Hey everyone, welcome back to No Man's Land, where I've been given an unlimited amount of money by the owner of this land to make it habitable. So far we've built the village, town and sawmill with some horses so that people can start living here and working here. In this episode I will be creating another field so that we can get planting crops, and I will be checking on the progress of the village as well. But first of all, I'm helping out Louis and Henri, who are already inhabitants here, to cut down some trees that are in the way of their field. And because we're on quite a time crunch with how many crops that we can plant in this specific month, I did help them out quite a lot today. And as you just saw, I also spent some time creating some biodiverse places. There's also been some progress on the village, as you can probably see. There's a few houses that have been built, and then a little chicken coop in the community area that has been added as well, so that there's a place for people to meet and socialise and also contribute to the biodiversity in the area as well. A second line of houses were added as well in this village, and a little inn on the end so that people can go meet each other, and there's enough places for people to go and socialise as well. Another line of houses were added as well to make a little alleyway to and from the inn, or the side of the inn anyway, to make another street that's a little bit smaller, but the front and back of the houses can still be accessed. I then asked the builders to input a bit of a communal area by the bees and the chickens, so I had a shed added and a little seat and a little bit of decoration around, such as a sink and a little trailer as well. Through the main street of the village, benches, lampposts and trees were added to give an air of similarity to other French villages such as this, and I think it gives a good decoration and a good sense of feel about it, so the people can just come out, sit down and enjoy their surroundings. In order to maintain the sense of balance, I have left the other side of this place quite plain and bare and just full of grass and forest for the forest people to still have an air of familiarity within this area. But I can happily confirm that a lot of them have now moved into the new houses and they seem to be settling in quite well. As you can see, the chickens aren't in there yet, but we will get round to buying some by the next episode. And behind where the village is going to sit, there is a little fenced off area where I have planted more trees of varying ages and sizes, so that if we ever need extra wood, there is some growing, and we will continue this cycle and rotation as we harvest wood, and then we will replant it to keep everything aligned. This area is going to be part of the village as well, more streets, but the builders have not got round to this bit yet, so that will be upcoming in the next few episodes as well. I then added more buildings to the town centre because there are still a few gaps, as I wasn't sure what type of things that the people might want in their town. I added a little bit of more townhouses, and then I actually bulked out the church area and gave it a little graveyard and a little surrounding fence as well. I also added a little hotel for people who want to come into this town, and a little stable block as well, just in case a lot of people are very reliant on horses as their mode of transport. I then went back to helping Louis and Henri because they seem to still be struggling with creating the field and also getting all the trees down, so I just continued doing that. I also then grabbed my Lamborghini tractor and mulcher so that I could dig up the bases of the trees so they weren't annoying Louis when he was creating the field. As you can see here, he actually reversed to let me in with the mulcher so that I could grab that pesky little tree stump. I then had a look at the cotton field, and while I was there, I actually noticed that some of the blockades were missing, and I have a feeling that the forest people might have removed them as a way of saying thanks for the new buildings. I went to check on another one, and as I suspected, that one was gone as well. So that means that we now have access to this area to continue with the roads, much against the government's wishes, but we will ignore that for now and carry on building and expanding the town. I then looped back round to see the progress because it was getting quite late at this point, 7:15 in the night. I took some time to really appreciate the little village that's forming. I think it's so cute, and I had a little walk through the preserved area, and I'm happily announcing that the field is also created now and done. I did help a little bit with the rolling as well. However, we have come to a bit of a problem because as I was checking the calendar, I realised that this month was the best month to plant as many crops as possible. However, we do not have the amount of fields yet to maintain and sustain the amount of population that we currently have, including all the forest people. So this is definitely an issue going forward, as next month there will not be as many crops to be able to plant as this month, so we are in a bit of a problem. If you'd like to see how I fix this and help the people get enough food for the winter, then please tune into the next episode. I hope you enjoy this series, and I will see you in 2 weeks with the next episode of No Man's Land. Thanks for watching. Bye everyone.